Hey guys, what's up? Back with another video. This time we're going to do my review of WrestleMania 19. So let's get this underway, shall we? We kicked off the show with Matt Hardy, version 1, defending the Cruiserweight Championship against Rey Mysterio for the Cruiserweight Championship. This was an excellent opener, a fun opener. Went very quickly, almost like they had their time cut or something. I don't know, maybe I'm making things up there. But yeah, it went very quick, and you had to keep your eyes on it at all times because you never knew when it was going to end. So anyway, it was a fun stuff, as you can imagine, with Rey Mysterio, very quick opener. And yeah, Matt Hardy, that damn Matt Hardy, steals one by holding the ropes, putting his hands on the ropes when he cheating when he gets the roll up with the roll up pin. So yeah, pretty cool stuff right there. Pretty fun opener, and yeah, Matt Hardy gets the win. So, you cheating little bastard. Anyway, that's a fun opener right there. Anyway, next up, the Cat Girls, the cat fight girls, arrive for WrestleMania. They argue, but more on that later. Then we have the next match, which was supposed to be a tag team match with Nathan Jones teaming up with The Undertaker against A-Train and Big Show, but A-Train and Big Show took out Nathan Jones on Sunday Night Heat, so it was a handicap match. Undertaker coming out to the Limp Bizkit, rolling, under WWE's favorite band, as they call them. Yeah, this match was fine. Undertaker having to work against both men was pretty fantastic. He was able to keep them on their toes, and Undertaker, just as Undertaker was about to be defeated, out comes Nathan Jones to make the save. He hits the Big Show, gets in the ring and attacks A-Train, which I thought was a bit weird, but I'll go with it for now, seeing how he was supposed to be in the match. And yeah, Undertaker gets the win with the Tombstone Piledriver on the A-Train. So a fine match. I was going to say fine opener then, but I just realized it wasn't even the opener. A fine match, and Undertaker's streak goes to 11-0. So not one of Undertaker's most memorable WrestleMania matches, but it was fine. I thought it was okay. Next, then we had the cat fight girls. Talking with Tori Wilson and Stacy Keibler. Nothing much. They talked about testicles and yeah, the brand test. WWE wrestler test. His brand. He calls his fans testicles and Playboy cover girls and all that stuff. It was what it was. More on that later. Then we had Trish Stratus taking on Jazz and Victoria for the WWE Women's Championship. A fantastic triple threat match right here. Steven Richards tried to get involved at one point, and Trish moved and he bounced the chair off the ropes and hit himself in the head with the chair. That was pretty funny. And in the end, as JR called her on commentary, the beautiful blonde from Toronto, Trish Stratus, gets the W and becomes the women's champion. So pretty fun stuff. On a side note, speedy recovery to Trish Stratus, who had to have an emergency surgery on her appendix the other day. That was pretty scary to hear. So I hope she's doing pretty well. Speedy recovery for Trish Stratus right there. Anyway, moving on. That was a pretty fine match. Moving on to another triple threat match. We have the World's Greatest Tag Team, or Team Angle as they were known back then. Kurt Angle, Team Angle of Charlie Haas and Shelton Benjamin, taking on Rhino and Chris Benoit, the Neck Warriors as I call them, because they both came, but this is their first WrestleMania back after breaking their necks. Chris Benoit and Rhino versus Los Guerreros in a triple threat match. A lot of star-studded wrestlers in this match, some great talent in this match, and they put on another amazing three-way. I really enjoyed this match, really fun stuff, and just as the Guerreros thought they were going to win, Rhino hits the gore on Chavo and the legal man, and then Eddie pulls out Rhino, but not knowing that Shelton Benjamin, who is also the legal man, him and Chavo were legal. Shelton Benjamin and Charlie Haas steal one by getting the pin, as Rhino was preoccupied with Eddie. So Yeah, Hassan Benjamin win this match, and I thought it was pretty fun. A pretty fun fatal triple threat match. Almost said fatal four-way there, sorry. Triple threat match, so awesome stuff right there. Some more awesome stuff. Then we had Shawn Michaels versus Chris Jericho. The old lion versus the new lion, as Jerry the King Lawler kept saying on commentary. This was Shawn Michaels' first WrestleMania back since WrestleMania 14 when he had his back injury. And boy howdy, he lived up to the hype here. He put on an awesome match with Chris Jericho. And he was able to, the old lion, as Jerry Lawler would call him, got the win over the new lion with a tremendous roll up. So awesome stuff. And then Chris Jericho being a dick heel at the end, speaking of dicks, he would kick Shawn right in his dick. So low blow from Jericho, and pretty cool, pretty awesome stuff right there. Awesome stuff. Then we had the continuation of the cat fight girls. They came out for a bed fight on the stage. I'm not making this up. Stacy Keibler interrupted. She wanted to make it a three-way, and then Tori Wilson came out and she made it a four-way. And Jonathan Coachman was also there to, I guess, commentate on it. I don't know, maybe. I'm surprised Jerry Lawler wasn't there. I mean, he was like, whoa, buddy, whoa, all that stuff. And anyway, it all ended up, they all stripped each other, and it was certainly a sign of the times. Let's just say that. And it ended with Jonathan Coachman in his underpants. Lovely WrestleMania moments. Anyhow, so next match we had Triple H versus Booker T for the World Heavyweight Championship. What can I say? It was a fine match. I thought the match was fine. The story that they were telling made me believe that, even though I already knew who was going to win, the story that they were telling made me believe that Booker T was going to win. And then he didn't. So that was a bit awkward. And some of the lines, some of the comments that Jerry Lawler and Triple H and Rick, in the build up to this match, was saying about Booker's past. It was a bit awkward. And of course, Booker T losing at the end with a pedigree after getting hit with a pedigree, and then what was it, like 23 or 24, 25 seconds of Triple H waiting around before he pinned him. It was awkward. It did kind of put a downer on the WrestleMania for a little bit. Especially Jerry on commentary was like, saying some horrible stuff about Booker T. Stuff you probably couldn't get away with today. But yeah, it was what it was. Triple H retained. I don't think the Booker T, bringing up Booker T's past and the crime that he did in the past, I don't think that was necessary. But it was what it was. Anyway, it was a fine match apart from the comments. Then we had, and of course the wrong winner. Then we had the next match, which was these two old fucks right here. Hulk Hogan and Vince McMahon in a street fight. Boy howdy, this was fun. It was just these two old fucks just beat the shit out of each other and bloodied each other up, and it was classic Hogan stuff, and in the end it was like, smoke and mirrors as I put it. I said smoke and mirrors because I was like, they threw a lot at the wall, like Vince jumping off a fucking ladder and doing a leg drop through a table. That was crazy. The devilish grin when he raised up from the apron and like a devil, and that was fun. Roddy Piper making an appearance. What the hell? Like seriously. And Hogan kicking out, and the crooked referee from No Way Out 2003 with Sylvain Rognier making an appearance, and yeah, but in the end, Hulk Hogan puts Vince away and after 3 leg drops and pins him. So awesome stuff right there, and these two old fuckers beat the shit out of each other, and it was all so fun. It was fun, yeah. It was fun. So, yeah, fun stuff. Anyway, next match. We had The Rock versus Stone Cold Steve Austin. Knowing this was Austin's last match, well, until this year, knowing it was Austin's last match, it made this very emotional. And The Rock and Austin, it was a Rock and Austin match. Like it was, it was very lot of moves, a lot of Stone Cold Stoners, a lot of rock bottoms, a lot of awesome stuff. And yeah, a lot of showboating from The Rock and being awesome and being an awesome heel, like putting on Austin's jacket at one point and being great and awesome. And in the end, The Rock finally got that win over Stone Cold Steve Austin. It was the third time these two had fought each other at WrestleMania, and The Rock finally got that win. So awesome stuff. Emotional moments with Austin. Knowing you kind of had a feeling, even though it wasn't said, you kind of had a feeling it was going to be Austin's last night because The Rock celebrated and he walked away, and some of the body language of The Rock when he was looking back at Austin, you could kind of realize it was the end, and then Austin gained a round of applause at the end after the matches had been over. So you kind of knew something was up. So yeah, pretty cool stuff. So pretty cool stuff right there. Awesome match. And then we had the main event, Kurt Angle, Brock Lesnar for the WWE Championship. Fantastic main event. Really enjoyed this stuff. Kurt Angle was awesome. Brock was awesome. They had a great technical wrestling match. And yeah, Brock won in the end. The only thing I would change about this match was I wouldn't have had Brock do the shooting star press because it kind of put a damper on the match a little bit. But it was what it was. And apart from the shooting star press, it was a very great technical wrestling match and a great way to end WrestleMania 19. So yeah, there you go. Anyway, guys, that's it. That's my review. I thought it was pretty good. WrestleMania 19, awesome stuff, awesome event. Apart from the small nitpicks from there and there, but what can you change about that? I'm going to give this show a 9 out of 10 because I really thought it was that good. It really lives up. One of the best WrestleManias. It's up there with maybe WrestleMania 17. But yeah, awesome stuff. And tell me what you think in the comments. What did you think of WrestleMania 19? Anyhow, that's going to be it for now, guys. I'll see you on the next review. The next review will probably be, if I'm not mistaken, ECW House Party 98. We'll see when that will be. It'll be in the next couple of days or so. Maybe tomorrow, maybe in 2 days' time. We'll see. Anyway, until then, guys, have a nice day, and I'll see you next time, right here.